So I can pull it up on my phone real quick. So yeah, and so everything you see on the screen right here, or like in that little window, it displays out here. Um, and so I set this all. I set most of this up. I didn't set it all up. Where is it? Hmm. Wonder where it's at. It's not normally this hard to find. Hmm.
So we're live?
Yep. So that's us right there. You can see us. You know, we're talking and everything. So anything that goes through here, it comes through this board, and it wires into our computer right here, and it picks up everything. We have like little sound effects if people want to use them, things like that. Um, so we have a guy come in here every Thursday, and he does a podcast on like local like artists and things like that. And it's super cool. Everything's controlled with this little thing right here, and so cameras swap right there. I mean, it's not like instant right there because we're a little delayed or whatever. But yeah, cameras you can swap them in and out, and so here in a second we'll show swaps and things like that. It's a pretty simple setup in all honesty. I mean, was there anything that you were kind of like wanting to know specific about, or just kind of checking it out a little bit?
Yeah, just want to kind of see how it all worked.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a professional soundboard and everything. All the mics are XLR. They go in through here, or they come in here, go out there, and then we have a USB that connects our board to the computer, and it picks up pretty much everything. It's like just a normal headset. It picks up like a normal headset essentially.
Oh, very cool.
So yeah, and then we have like a little manager seat right there. So if people want to come and put videos on, we've got a camera for that. You can show whatever's on screen.
You can show the picture in picture.
Yeah,
All that kind of cool stuff. Cool.
yeah. So, and then all these microphones, they're professional. Tom, our technology manager, he's the one who kind of sourced all the stuff because he did like like audio setup for big clients and things like that. So he kind of knows more about the hardware side of it. I'm more software side, so kind of we come together, we make something real cool. So
Very cool.
yeah, and then I mean that's like I said, there's not much to it. It's all pretty simple. So so what do you do for work, Mike?
Yeah, so I work at a oil field chemical company here in town.
Okay.
Dura Products Corporation.
Okay, cool. So
Yeah.
you're president, correct?
No, I'm the chief financial officer.
Chief
Yeah.
financial officer. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So it's a CFO, right? That's what.
Yeah,
they call-
CFO.
Cool.
Yeah.
So well, I mean, walk me through your day. What kind of goes on?
Yeah. So a standard day, we're typically working on the financial close for the previous month.
Yeah.
That'll be one of the big outstanding items. The line of credit with the bank. We have a credit facility with a bank, so we're managing that weekly borrowing base.
Okay.
Yeah, paying bills, collecting from customers, going over monthly key performance indicators with the company, kind of measuring our financial performance.
Right. It's like, okay, where are we spending too much? Where can we cut back
Yeah.
a little bit? Okay. So kind of like an accountant almost. Do you have a degree in accounting or anything like that? Or
I don't. I have an MBA or a master's in business.
oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But no, it's been a great company. It's a single owner for 27 years.
Oh wow.
John Slansky. So
Not sure I know him.
yeah, he's been great to work with. So it's been a
Oh well, I mean, hey, that's. I mean, you can't complain if you have a good boss, right?
yeah. No, it makes it a lot better.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So that's cool. I mean, I'm only 20. I I graduated high school maybe 2 years ago. I thought about
Okay.
going back for, business or marketing, that kind of thing. And so that's kind of, I find my niche here at Element. So it's kind of like I've always grown up around computers and things like that. And so that's kind of why I love messing with like this or, getting, tournaments going for everybody. Like it's super fun. That's kind of what I've always done. So it's interesting to see the more like business side, if you will, compared to like what I do here on the ground. So
Have you always been a gamer?
always, yep.
Yeah.
Ever since I was like 2, my father, he was like he worked in the oil field. He was a safety man for a while, and so I mean, we made good money, and so he was able to, I guess, spoil me in that way. So like one of my first games was on SNES. It was Super Mario World. So
Yeah, I remember that growing up. It started with Nintendo Duck Hunt and the original
yeah,
Mario.
and I've never played Duck Hunt, and I feel like I'm so behind on it because like I mean I know what it is, I know how it plays, I just never played it myself, and so it's I don't know, and like with all of our old consoles that we have outside, it's interesting to go back and see how things have progressed from like the Atari, Pong. It was two lines and a dot just bouncing back and forth to now Mario Kart. We've got Mercedes in that game, so
Yeah, you got 4K,
yeah.
PS5, and what are your thoughts on the PS5 versus the Xbox?
In my honest opinion, I it's hard to pick one because I mean both have their advantages and both have their cons. It's so the way I see it, if you can like if you have the privilege to get both, I would get both. That way, you don't have to choose between the two. But if you had to choose, my honest opinion would be going for the Xbox if you want um like a better connection with your friends because it Xbox, their single player games, they're not great. um so it's more built for multiplayer and things like that, like hanging out with friends and connecting with others around the world. And then PlayStation, they're more single player, so if you enjoy the more quieter moments in games and things like that. And so it's really just a matter of opinion, preference, if you will. So
Do you still default to the PC though for
I
most
actually
games?
default to my Xbox for
Do
most
you?
games.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just so like shooters and things like that. I mainly play with controller or like even on my computer. Like I use a controller for most shooters and things like that. Now, if like let's say I'm playing something like Command and Conquer or something like that, I'll use a mouse and keyboard. So
What about like Fortnite? Are you playing on the Xbox?
yeah, I'm playing on the Xbox.
Yeah.
What do you normally play?
As far as games,
Yeah.
so yeah, we got a PS5 at home. I got a 6-year-old and a 9-year-old.
Okay.
We yeah, they'll typically play Fortnite. I'll play some Fortnite with them. Um, yeah, and then some other kid games.
Oh, okay, so
So
mainly family games, I
yeah,
assume. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, and like that. Yeah, that's the thing, because I mean, most people nowadays, not most people, but some people, they're not really used to, like these graphic games like Mortal Kombat or anything like that. But that's kind of how it's always been. Like when Mortal Kombat first came out, there was like everything was terrible, that kind of thing, because not many people were used to blood on our screens, and so it was
yeah. That was a big change when that came out. I think
yeah.
Street Fighter was just before that, right?
Yeah, Street Fighter was just
Kombat.
before that. But even Street Fighter, like that, it was like sweat or something that was getting hit off of people.
Yeah, there was no blood or
Yeah,
fatalities. Yeah,
yeah. And so it's interesting to see how games progress and like how what's acceptable nowadays and things like that. So
yeah. Are you into like do you compete on the
um,
gaming level?
I try to. It's just most of the time it's so like with the tournaments here that we've held. So we've got Rocket League, Madden, and FIFA.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the games we've had so far. None of those games are really the games I play. But we're starting to do things like Mario Kart and Smash Brothers. Fighting games, and shooters are my area, and so that's what I really strive in. Like Mortal Kombat, I feel bad for all my friends because I'm
Nobody can beat you,
right. Yeah, and
really?
I'm like I kind of don't like. It makes me not want to play against them because I feel bad. But there's tons of kids out here who are like they've been playing video games like their entire lives and they've gotten better and better and better. And with like the introduction of like streaming and like YouTube videos and stuff like that, it's reaching a wider audience, and so people are wanting to be like the best, but I guess that's kind of how it's always been. Everybody's competitive in something.
Is there anybody that can beat you in West Texas in Mortal Kombat?
Probably.
Probably.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
I like I think I'm good, but I know I'm not that good. So,
Right.
but some people think I'm just trying to humble myself, but I'm not that good. So, like I said, there's probably some people out there who can beat me.
Very cool.
What do you think your best game is?
I think I probably have the most time playing Fortnite. I played some Call of Duty back in the day.
Oh yeah.
I've kind of dabbled in the Arena League, in Fortnite. So
Cool. Yeah, yeah. Like when Arena first came out, I used to play that a lot, and then No Build came out, and that's kind of all I play now when it comes to Fortnite.
I haven't played that yet. No build. It's just an option in the
Yeah,
menu.
yeah. It's just an option. Basically, what it is, it removes all building, but it gives you like an extra 50 shield to compensate for it.
Oh, neat.
Yeah,
Does it have its own Arena League? No. Build?
no, that's the thing.
Oh, okay.
Arena is still all build.
Wow.
Yeah, it's interesting because I'm like, I think people would play Arena a little more if there was a no build, because you get like the professional or like wannabe professional and professional players in Arena, and so it's a little bit more competitive. And it's funny because Fortnite was, when it first came out, nobody knew how to play it. It was all like super, like it was fun, but as the seasons went on, people got better. It kind of pushed some people away because there was a skill gap that nobody could really reach, and it's like putting up a little league team up against the Astros or something like that. So,
Yeah, I've noticed that as you progress in the arena. I mean, it's yeah, there's a widespread. I mean, it's pretty intimidating, I guess is the word.
yeah, I mean, like I said, it's like putting up a little kid against these professional teams, but I guess as a little, like, let's say you're that little kid, I guess you could say it says something if you're up against those people, because it matches you with you know uh, similar skilled people. And so watching some of these kids play, obviously some of them have rarely touched a video game, but watching them play it and learn it, it's fun to watch. Like, it's fun to see somebody play something for the very first time, and like they start out like not really knowing anything, but as they go along they get better and better and better. But it, I don't know, and I think like ranked playlists and games and stuff like that, so it kind of pushes people away because they're like, oh, I'm not that good.
Yeah, I got to watch. So my buddy Josh, he's got a son. I think he's 9 now, but I think he started playing around 5 or 6 Fortnite. But watching him progress was awesome. I mean, he surpassed all of us really quickly. But yeah, it's just impressive to watch.
Yeah.
I mean, the way he can build and
Yeah, and like it's crazy watching them.
like second nature.
Yeah,
It's
like riding a bike almost.
yeah.
And so I guess what do you think about like esports? Like competitive gaming for cash and things like that. Like, what's kind of your opinion?
No, I mean, I watched. I had a chance. I watched Booga compete. I mean, back in the Fortnite World Cup a few years ago.
Yep.
I watched some of that. That was pretty neat to watch. But I don't follow it a ton. But I mean, I did see that World Cup competition.
Oh yeah,
Pretty neat.
Yeah, and like I get a bunch of like there's a bunch of older folk who come in here with like their grandkids or their kids or anything like that, and they have never touched a video game. Some of them think it's a waste of time or something like that. Do you believe that, or do you think it's kind of a hobby that people should enjoy?
No, I think it's a good hobby. I mean, I think as far as like creative thinking goes, and yeah, I think it's a good something to augment your time with.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
and
for
like
sure.
it definitely,
Problem solving.
yeah, problem solving, hand eye coordination, that kind
Yeah,
of thing.
competitive outlet.
Hmm.
I think it's good.
Yeah. So, but I honestly, that was kind of all the questions I had.
No, I
Is there-
appreciate you having me on. Yeah. Yeah, come out to Element 14.
Yeah, we're located right off of Loop 250, right across the Domino's, across the loop from Domino's. So
Yeah, we just had an awesome Mario Kart competition. Made it to the semis, but kind of choked second place in the semis. So, but it was a lot of fun.
yeah, I'm glad you had fun.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Mike.
Yeah. Have a good day. Thanks for having me
Likewise.
on. Take